All right, good morning, ladies and gents. We got an open market. It's a wanted to drop down, but
Is that it? All right. Okay, I reset the microphone for the third time. That worked, I guess. All right, so I think I'm back. Yay. Yay for school. Ah, it does sound grat, Eli. I agree. Sounds very grat. Ugh. Soxel had a bad couple days. Let's look at Soxel. Eek. Eek, eek, eek. I haven't even looked at my account today. That's not going to be good. ERT plays down 20%. And only 4%. Net's coming back up a little bit, not much at all, but a little bit. Where'd it go? It disappeared on me. It was right here. It's not there anymore. Never mind. Forget about net. It doesn't exist. There's net. Nice, Ellie. That's pretty good. I think Zoom is inverted to the market. Yeah, just take your cues from Zoom and just do the opposite of whatever Zoom does. Sounds sounds like a prudent strategy. SOI coming up out of some lows here. What does that mean? S SQQQ equals Zoom. They moderated that even, Ellie. I don't know what the hell YouTube's doing. YouTube is just scared of the government at this stage of the game. They won't let kids have chat. They won't let you type the equal sign. I have no idea. I should have blocked it though. That should have been my clue to block it. Conspiracy against Zoom. They don't want you talking about Zoom because now they're competitors. SY with a good run up here today. Market down 2%. According to the percentage thing up there, it doesn't feel like 2%, does it? Not to me. Looks like about a 0.5% down. I don't know what is 2% about 2%, but it ain't 2%. It says 0.62%. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, definitely kind of a garbage day, though. All right, let's look for some of those undercut and rallies. See if we can find something worthwhile other than moderating Ellie. I don't know, type Zoom. Maybe we'll see them moderate Zoom. Stocks into Bitcoin. I don't know. Bitcoin kind of yesterday had a head and shoulders pattern or inverted head and shoulders. Now it almost has a head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder here, and then maybe there's another shoulder here. Um, so crypto's up a little bit, but it's pulling back this morning. Come on, click the button. Give me the button. Clicking. I'm clicking the button. The fuck, man. I'm gonna click that button. I'm usually not so angry this morning. Why is this just slow as dog shit? Ooh, is my computer? I'm running a video editing software, so is my computer finally lagging? Ooh, 100% CPU. What's doing that? Yeah, it's taking 40% of my CPU right now. E. Pretty cool stuff. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens there with that. Looks like a small bottoming candle. All right. Yeah, look at the markets here. Let's look for some kind of undercut and rally situation. Let's not do 2 years. Let's do 3 months. Yeah, this isn't a Mac. I think you're missing that point. This is not a Mac. Although probably for what I will spend on an annualized basis for 2 years, I could have bought a Mac. But actually, no, I couldn't have bought a Mac because their desktop is about $97,000. Okay. All right, let's take a look at let's look at these undercut and rally possibilities as we're dumping here a little bit. Let's get rid of these bars to the right. We don't need so many bars to the right. Thank you for thinking you know what I need all the time. Oh, it saved my. That's good. Let me do it on here too. I'm going to save my template as default on all of these. That seemed to work out pretty well last time. So we had 15. Okay, so that's pretty good right there. That's weird. All right. So now we're going to save my workspace. So hopefully all of these things are now defaulted this way. Okay. Let's check for some undercut and rallies. Let's look at our actionable list since it's much smaller than the global watch list. Soxel. Soxel maybe with some undercut and rally potential here. See, I thought this was the 3 month. I guess I do, and I guess that's still too much. Okay. Let's just do 2 months. 1 month probably gonna be. Let's try 1 month for a while. Soxel, maybe an undercut level here at about the 113. Another one likely there, which would be under that trend line, which wouldn't feel so hot. Amazon down 6% today. They did miss earnings estimates, although I don't know what the hell that means anymore. Last undercut would be here under that 2300 level. Crocs, which has been up a lot recently, looks about the 19 level for an undercut. Team Atlassian could be a potential undercut today under that low from a couple days ago. Waiting to see for some bullish action. So far, looks like we're getting that bullish action actually. Keep an eye on it. Skyworks. Bezos quote, you better. No, what was that about? United Airlines pulling in today, down about 4%. Gonna spend all their money on the virus. Pretty sure that didn't happen. Okay, Lazian, yeah, already bouncing back up and through. Cool. So there's a potential entry on Atlassian if you guys have been interested in that in this consolidation here recently. It's a small entry, but it's possible. INMD. Rob just can't help but look at train wrecks. What? Check out news on Amazon. I'm going to do it on my other screen here. I don't see anything. All right, team right there with a small, not quite an undercut and rally, but cheap on the. Well, that's what we're looking at, Ellie. We're looking at undercut and rally potentials. What, Rob? Well, probably for the best. No, you're supposed to lie to them, Rob. In all those disclosures, just lie. It's kind of like an application. You kind of write down who you want to be instead of who you are. You know, just lie continuously. I don't even know if they keep those forms. That is not financial advice. Restoration hardware coming back down to the trend line could be an interesting buy point on a trend line break. Yeah, Rob, you just lie to them. You tell them you make 150K a year and you've been trading options for 20 years. They don't know the difference. It just goes in a fucking shelf for them. I should have mentioned that. Do it again, see if it changes. See if they say you've already answered the questionnaire. Or if they let you write in, that will tell you how much they care. Because they don't. They actually want you to trade options, it's the only thing that they make any money on. Okta, very sideways here. Ellie, this would be the one that you're looking for if you're looking for sideways action. All right, Here's a test of the RTX. I'm going to blow my nose without muting my microphone. Apologies in advance. Did you hear that? And all of a sudden, my voice is cracking. Did you hear it? Fuck you, Ellie. Okay, cancel that. Gold star for Ellie today, everyone. Gold star. Oh. See, this is why I come to work in the morning, right there. It cuts out laugh as well. Yeah, I have noticed that. I have noticed. Did it cut out the sneeze or the me blowing my nose? I'm curious about that. But Okja down here actually looks like a decent possibility. Um, if you're looking for some kind of a holding buy, it's down less than 1%, so it's outperforming the market. And nice to hear. It actually made a weird sound like someone. Really? Oh, okay. Like I said, Rob, I don't think they do too much due diligence on these things. They want everyone to trade everything, so just lie to them. Yeah, probably not. Every time I sneeze, it's gonna interpret as like buy Apple or something like that. That's the interpretation. Every time I sneeze, it goes extreme stream. Spot looks like three black rows. That's strange. Oh, interesting. That could be a pullback buy. That could be a gap buy on Spotify, but I don't know. This looks like a failure. Looks like a failure. That's what my father told me. Where'd that voice come from? That was kind of scary. I think I scared myself on that one. Eek. Soxel, it's going to obliterate my option. I don't know if I want to add on that one or not. Probably not. It's a full size position, I think, at least for right now. A UAL, yeah, I haven't even looked at this today. I never did exit yesterday. Real lumberjack. But I'm not a real lumberjack. That would be lying. Oh, ugh. What the hell happened to the markets? How's my gain negative 86% for UAL? It's the same as options questionnaire, yeah, right? Slack on Amazon link. I don't know. I don't even know what those words mean actually. No, I haven't checked Slack, sorry. I haven't been on Slack. If you're a share owner, you may want to take a seat. Ooh, let's check this out. All Q2 profits on coronavirus response. 4 billion on the response to the coronavirus Oh, wow. You weren't joking. That's a first. Shut up, CNBC. I hate when they give you a pop-up in the middle of you reading something. You're like, "Oh, thanks." You know what's funny? CNBC is shilling Warren Buffett like mad, right? Come on. How come I can't get you quarterized, you piece of garbage? That makes no sense. That ugh, I just did that 15 times. It didn't work out. So these guys are shilling Warren Buffett, but I guarantee Warren Buffett's like, yeah, just go ahead and use my likeness. I don't need any licensing. It's probably exactly what happened. That is a lot of sales, 75 billion and 81 billion. All right, well, it is what it is. Damn, my account just got beat up. Options markets are crazy. Guess we should have sold on the super, super happy day. Yeah, I never sold out of UAL. I was already break even in it, so I didn't bother. So I'll just break even in the trade. Actually, it cost me 30 bucks to put it on, so I'll be down 30 bucks. So, yep, no ice cream for me. That's correct. But dude, everything was rallying hard. Yeah, Soxel really took it on the chin. E. So we'll see. We're still above the trend line. Usually, it's the scary days where you want to buy and the really happy days where you want to sell. So today feels a little bit like a scary day. Um, but keep in mind our last scary day was this day where we actually bottomed and went on a nice little almost 2 week rally. So it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Nothing it is what it is. Can't control everything. Looks like Fraser sent me a note here in Slack. Let's look at the Qs real quick. Because they say we're down 1.86%, but the futures don't show that. So the futures must have dropped after hours. Yeah, see? Futures dropped after hours. So we'll see what happens. We still haven't. I mean, things look bad, but once again, we still haven't really started taking it on the chin. All right, let's take a look at Apple. Someone mentioned Apple. Oh, actually, Apple looking really good today. 255. Nothing too crazy. I'm assuming on the earnings front. Investors set to receive billions more. What does that mean? Declines to give financial forecast due to COVID-19, but promises an additional 50 billion in buybacks and dividend increase. Fuck. I- 50 billion? Just buy Apple. Just buy it. Just fucking buy it. 50 billion? That is a lot. Do you realize, like, I wonder how much. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So our average volume is about 55 million. Hold some gold over the weekend. Yeah, but just buy Apple, Michaelo. Just buy everyone. Just buy Apple. Don't do anything else. Just frickin' buy Apple. Okay, so 55 million times 294 is 16 billion. They're going to buy 50 billion and their average daily volume dollar number is 16 billion. So they could basically float their own stock for about 3 days, 3 plus days. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. For a company of that size to put 50 billion into buybacks and dividends. Wow. So they did 75 and 100 billion in prior years. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where your money goes to die. Article about Iran buying gold from Venezuela. I would expect some countries will dump their gold on a market, so be careful. I mean, in reality, just buy Apple. Like, that's not even a joke. That's not even a joke. The most profitable company in the world, just look at their stock versus, let's look at Apple versus gold. And why do you want, my question would be, why do you want to hold gold in the weekend anyways? What's so special about the weekend? Arguably nothing. Likely just frightened for some reason, right? Would be my assumption. You're frightened for a reason and you want to go to gold because you think it's safe. Um, I mean, in reality, Apple's safer than gold. It really is. So let's do this. Let's look at Apple versus gold. Now, obviously, Apple has its volatile times with the rest of the market. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone. Where the hell's gold? Well, okay. Go cash then. Why gold? Gold dropped during the pandemic too, right? So, wow, they're almost. There's a general uptrend to both of them actually right now. Gold has been in a little bit of an uptrend, but they're almost inverse to each other. They almost flipped. I think it's just based on the scales. But obviously, gold going from here to here isn't the same as Amazon going from 50 to, 300. Definitely not the same percentage wise. Yeah, if you're scared about a weekend, just go cash. I wouldn't go to gold personally. Gold is I mean, what's the reason for going to gold? You have to ask yourself that question. Why am I going to gold? Not I'm scared, go to gold. That's a statement, not necessarily an answer to a question. If you're scared about the weekend, what makes gold the better choice than cash? Cash, in my opinion, would be the better choice than gold. Gold could go down just as much as anything can go down. If you're scared, I would just sell and go cash. Oh, wrong thing. Oh, today's Friday, that's right. Buy XRP. Oops. Apple with an outside day. We just watched that thing rally. Pretty good. So if Apple's going to start rocking, I don't see how your market's going to be dropping that far. Amazon, definitely a little bit of pressure on earnings down, 5.5%. We'll see how that closes out the day. And our next big one is Microsoft. So very stagnant up here at highs. Have a hard time thinking Nasdaq's going to get roiled with these three big caps, which make up basically 30% of the Nasdaq, right? Gonna have a hard time with these three looking like they want to do okay. And Apple's still rocking it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like definitely firmly in the uptrend, and we already kind of broke out of this little base, small base up a few percent. Yeah, and apparently, um, oh, so much freaking cash in Apple, it's ridiculous. Goog is bouncing too. Yeah, I mean, you can't argue, can't argue here. Probably TQQQ entry point right now. In fact, I think I'm going to take that trade. I still have some cash. We're on a small dip. We'll see what happens. I'm not scared about the weekend personally. It's going to be what it's going to be. So I'll enter some TQQQ. You got all the big ends running. Even Facebook was going towards highs. Yeah, Facebook right there, kind of a longer term turnaround play. Yeah, been down for a couple of years. Fairly similar to the actually Facebook and Amazon had the same pattern. The difference is Amazon obviously much better. No, Apple's on news of 50 billion extra additional buyback. That was the news on Apple that's pertinent. We talked about it earlier, Ellie. Where were you? You're supposed to be listening and providing sarcastic commentary back. That's your job. Oh, you played Space, Rob? Okay, apparently I don't know where things are on my keyboard. Um, okay. Well, I guess just let it hit your stop loss and see what happens. So far, the move down isn't too bad. I'm not sure where your stop loss is, but um, yeah, the bounce hadn't really transpired very well. Rob liking the gambling stocks. Although I did like the space trade down here too, I gotta admit. I don't like the general rounding top. It's only a few days, but it does look like a little bit of rounding top. Hopefully we can bottom out here. There's that low at 16. Maintaining that low gives us higher lows overall here. So I don't know what's the low of this day here. Oh, it's 16. So yeah, undercut of 16 would be bad. Anything other than that, I think is fine. Whatever it does above 16 is fine with me. It's got to be under 16, Rob. You can't put a stop loss only a quarter above a low. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work like that. You could get lucky, but generally it's not going to work like that. Tesla, I haven't looked at Tesla, and they're not doing so hot. Sorry, I was responding to Ted in chat. Apparently, I typed in Apple and Ted saw me, so I thought he'd ask a question there. Well, what you do, Rob, if your stop loss is too big, you have to reduce your position size to make sure the loss is tenable for the account, is what you have to do. Frickin' Apple. Hey, Michael's eating an apple. There you go. Which time? Which time should you short Tesla? Maybe. It looks like it already had that gap filled. Didn't quite get all the way down there, but sometimes you get what you get. Oh, 650. Where's 650? Oh, what was the low of this one? Oh, 673. I think that was probably already the gap fill attempt. We already made another high. I mean, there's a tiny gap there, but compared to what it was, it's much reduced. So I think this was your gap fill day a couple of weeks ago. This could definitely be a local top though for Tesla on that earnings yesterday. It pretty much caved the whole day. Another gap's 250. I hope not. I sure as hell hope not. Well, I don't trade on based on gaps, so I don't care about that. Restoration Hardware down 4.74%. Still not bouncing yet. Above our trend line, but we'll see how long that lasts. Big weekly reversal candle, though, on Restoration Hardware. That's not a good sign. Looks like the market is going to have something similar here. Look at the NASDAQ on the weekly. Oh, that's probably not a very good sign. There's the futures. And there's the Qs. Qs so far are a doji, which is also an indecision candle. But we'll see how it goes. It's like Apple stalling up there a little bit. Elevated volume, lots of room to go in the day. We'll see how it handles it. So far, the market doesn't appear to be getting more bullish. Oh, yeah. If you look at my actionable list, I've only got 5 green stocks now. I had like 8 earlier. So we'll see what happens here with the rest of the day. But so far, not looking so great. Sell in May and go away. Oh, that is right, Lori. It's May 1st. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, that usually doesn't work. At least the past several years, many years actually, it hasn't worked. Pretty much since 2009. sell in May and go away hasn't worked because the algos never take a vacation. And they probably don't let the programmers take vacations either because they're not traders. They don't have to be there for the algos to work. They're like, yeah, you just come to work, asshole. Pay you $2 million a year. You can just come to work. Definitely huge red day today. Wow. Look at my global watch list. Only about 20 max green stocks on the docket today. Yeah, yeah. Once you make me a trading algorithm, I'll pay you $2 million a year. Absolutely. Screw the algos. Forget you, algos. You're not powerful enough yet. Siri's still garbage. Let's see. What's a question we can ask Siri to prove that she's garbage? Hey, Siri. Oh, she took it. I said, this is garbage. Hey, Siri. She listened to that. All right. Um, hey, Siri, what's a good way not to stub your toe?
Here's what I found.
The chick Googled that. She Googled that. She couldn't even say, don't walk into something stupid. That would have been the correct answer. That's the correct answer to that question. Okay, I'm gonna look at how much money Apple's paid out in dividends. How about how much money has Apple made in the past 10 years? In the last 10 years, Apple has gone from large trillion mega corporate net incomes by year. Here we go. Siri, about Alexa. Shut up, Randy. Net income in the billions. Okay, I want to ask this question. Let's so it's 55 billion, 59 billion, 48 billion, 45 billion, 53 billion, 39 billion, 37 billion, 41 billion, 25 billion, 14 billion, 8 billion, 6 billion, 3 billion, 2 billion, 1 billion. They've made $536 billion in the past 15 years. It's pretty awesome. Okay, Siri, what about Alexa? All right. Hey, Siri, what do you think about Alexa?
For no resistance. To helpful assistance.
Very nice, very nice. Hey, Siri, could I get you and Alexa together? She says she's not sure she understands. Okay, so no threesome with electronic assistants, apparently. All right, what do we got? Apple with a lower volume pullback right now. Let's see, this is the start of the end, or if this is just the scare you period. I have seen Her, Julius. Excellent film. Absolutely excellent film. I think that's what put Joaquin. I think it was Joaquin Phoenix, right? I think that was put him. That's what put him back on the map. Probably. It reminded me of Ellie, actually. Thought that was Ellie for a second. Yeah, very, very good film. All right, we got another another stock back on our actionable list. So there's 6 green stocks now. Come on, Zoom, stay up there, baby. Oh, 0.01. No, 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 no. Don't go that way. Goes, oh, back to 5. Oh, we're back to 6. Very nice, Ellie. Gender is a scam made up by bathroom companies to sell more bathrooms. That's true. That's true. Can't argue with the facts. I like that one. That was really good. I got a boy. Hi, boy. How are you? Tesla short finally working out, but the stock market is closed here in Norway today. Workers can't do anything before Monday. Really? So, you have a short in Tesla, or you are looking to get into a short in Tesla? And I won't say it's worked out quite yet. You still don't have a lower low, not even one. This other red day doesn't quite count. You have a short. Okay. Did you enter it yesterday? Probably would have been a good day to enter a short in Tesla. Okay. Cool. Well, that's good. All right, so market stalled out a little bit there at those highs. So, okay, so far we've been in a pretty big uptrend in the market. Let's go full screen on the futures here for a minute. We have a lot of fun, talk a lot of smack, but let's actually look at this baby, because one thing that is different now actually since kind of yesterday's top, um, we now have this going on, which is basically a declining, not really declining, but it's a less aggressive trend line right there. So we've gone a little bit higher, but not much, and then we had a failure. Um, so we could be kind of forming a broader range up here. Doesn't mean we fall down immediately out of this. Everyone kind of looks for this scenario like, well, like this, essentially. Everyone, a lot of the people that were super long were wanting a really big V-shaped turnaround, which we actually got, which is a little bit unexpected, but we got it. Now on the inverse, everybody's wanting this to dive into the dirt immediately, like 4 days later, be it lows. But that's a significant amount of price to reverse very quickly in the markets. 22% is extraordinarily unlikely. But earnings are coming out. They're not very good. I don't think that's horribly unexpected. So we'll see what happens with the markets. But so far, a failed breakout in the markets right there, which they were trying to run it. Not quite sure the mechanism that happened. Profit taking. Jim Cramer said short covering. Maybe he was right. I don't know. But going lower yesterday, and then today not really following through very far. Like I said, don't really have a lower low yet. Just kind of more normalized price action. So some individual names are going to get hurt more than others. The indexes not really hurt that bad. We did have a couple big swings here at the top, and but so far unable to rally up and unable to fall down yet. Um, if you're looking at it from that perspective, you could say, yeah, we may have a top on our hands. If you look at it from another perspective, you can say we haven't dropped yet. I think, I'm not sure if yesterday was a distribution day. We can take a look at IBD actually. Can't find Finviz? That's weird. Okay, Finviz appears to be there. New China trade war threat. Maybe that's what the drop is. That's right, I did hear about that. We're going to do more tariffs on China. Trump doesn't mind dumping the economy due to China. He just doesn't want to dump it due to anything else. So one distribution day of the Nasdaq and the S&P. If you view it from a distribution day perspective, we're still very, very healthy. So I guess it just choose whatever lens you choose to view the market through. Um, I would try to think about it objectively. I do use the distribution day model, so we only have one distribution day. I honestly, I tried for like 3 or 4 hours the other day when you and I discussed it to try to get going, but I was gonna do my webcam, but it really looked like garbage. It looked like I was filming in 1080, but it looked like 480, and for some reason, I know you said quality doesn't matter, get it out there. I don't know. I may do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do some stuff. So I'm working on it. I'm trying. You'll see some real crypto news stuff probably coming out at some point. But I don't know if Tesla news and real crypto. I guess I could do news on real stocks too. I should just turn real stocks into a thing. Don't have to do a face cam. Yeah, I know. I just feel like, especially with the news shows, they want to know who's talking to them. I don't know. I guess the whole thing is if I don't do a face cam, what do I show? Like just surfing the internet like we do here during the show. That only gets 6 viewers, so I want a lot more than 6 viewers if I'm going to be doing that kind of effort. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so from a distribution perspective, IBDs count. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, montages. Then I gotta edit shit. I don't want to edit anything. I really don't. You know how much time that takes? I don't have that kind of time. I got 2 kids, man. I got like 2 hours a day to do anything, and that's over the whole day. At least that's what it seems like. Because I'm trading, there's all kinds of stuff I'm doing. Yeah, that's a Wild Prats video. My wife's stupid busy. We need to do a Wild Prats video. So I don't know. I have lots of excuses, Ellie. What can I say? I'm just good with excuses. Maybe that's it. Take Two Interactive. Long-term turnaround play still in play. I think we looked at this the other day, and I don't think it was very good for long-term in terms of percentages on the way up. Netflix. There's a long-term turnaround play in Netflix. Obviously, we're a little extended from that, but a pullback doing good today. Netflix could do pretty good. And like Ellie said, Zoom's kind of inverse to the market. So here you go. Zoom back down to the 50-day moving average. Look for a potential something. There's a low here for a potential undercut and rally. So we rally through this 139 level on good volume. That could be a re-entry area. So all right. Well, speaking of that, Ellie, maybe I'll get out of here early, get the kids taken care of, and maybe I'll go make a video or something. I don't know. Like with my real crypto videos, when I'm doing these live streams, it's interactive. You guys can hear me. You guys can ask questions. I feel like if someone's going to listen to me on a static video, it should be at least look interesting. And a person's face, no matter how grotesque and Jeff Bezos looking, is still fairly interesting over nothing. So I could switch between my face and articles, but at least my face is still there. I don't know. It's like I'm starting a brand new channel and I'm getting all nervous and stuff. That's definitely a shift though. See, okay, let's go top down real quick. Then I'm going to bounce CDNA with a big move on earnings. Hey, um, TZA up a bunch today with the market kind of dropping down. LPLA for earnings. Okay. MTZ selling off on earnings. Uh, Charter, actually not too bad. No one cares about Western Digital, Rob. Is it a how many pennies is that one? When are you gonna come play with the big boys, Rob? Come play with the big boys. Come on, you're in the big boy room. Come play with the big boys. Look at the top stocks. Don't look at the bottom stocks. Look at the top ones. You're looking in the wrong direction. Your basic. I don't know. It's kind of twofold. I'm not gonna say the analogy I was gonna say. CMCM, Take Two, and Netflix look really good. Both entertainment companies. Massey sitting up at highs is very interesting. ABBV. Apple coming down off the highs there. 300 looks like a failure of 300. How's our volume looking? It was low volume a little bit ago. It's definitely declining volume, so it'll find a floor at some point in time, probably. I don't know. Well, like usual, Rob, we're seeing some earnings pop, some earnings drop. I'd argue probably a little more dropping. The market has had an extended leg up, and like I said, I find it weird that we do go right into all-time highs on the Nasdaq. It does seem a little bit strange, especially considering. So, if you remember, my initial market hypothesis was that they had one stint of closures kind of priced into the market on the way down, but we're actually already past that. We're kind of getting past the point. If we first start everything, if everything's still closed in June, which is another month away, and keep in mind some states are already opening, so we're already kind of, we're. I think we passed the one leg. We're like 1.5 legs in, and then some states are opening, and I think we'll see if they're going to have to close back down again. If they close back down again, those early states, and they start seeing spiking coronavirus numbers, they're likely to shut down again, and the states that are already closed will shut down an additional length of time. Arizona, I think, is actually doing a pretty good job of it, and they're choosing to stay closed for another 2 weeks. I think our governor is actually governing and not just kind of listening to idiots. Um, He's actually looking at data and numbers and saying, okay, we haven't met our benchmarks, 2 more weeks. Other governors are like saying, let's open, woohoo, without even really taking any considerations. Soxo, BAVT, QQQ Space, and others, how many big boys do I need? All right, fair enough, Rob. Fair enough. Problem is the second wave, which will be happening in the early opening states. Trump rally in Arizona next week. I don't know. I hope, well, maybe we'll have some traffic due to that. The dude comes to Arizona way too much. He's trying to keep a purple state red, is what he's trying to do. Arizona's one of those red states turning purple because of the Hispanic population. We're right on the border. What are you going to do? Not that you need to do anything. He's trying to keep tan. No. Oh my gosh, that guy can't even. Okay. if if you're a Trump supporter that think Trump doesn't use tanning lotion, you are not thinking logically. You can be a fan of the guy and admit his suntan lotion, his suntanning, whatever he uses, bronzer is awful. You can say that. That's okay. Any country had a second wave? I'm not sure, Rob. I think they'd have to reopen. I don't know. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. Yeah. Finazar just doesn't want to render the lower term time frame. I'm not sure what's going on there. DocuSign holding really, really nice and tight up here. DocuSign looking great. Are you outside, James? Okay, I just heard doors close. What's up, bud? You got a frowny face on. Mama is gone. She goes to the office on Fridays. Here, come get a hug. You're second. I'm like a second. I'm like a second mommy, right? Aren't I kind of like this? That's what a daddy is. A daddy's basically a second mommy who's a little bit more fun. Although your mom's pretty fun. 2% down now for the Nasdaq. No poozy. You're not dressed for the day, bud. Still 5 stocks green. Wanna play Ocean Horn? President would tour a Honeywell International plant in Phoenix next Tuesday. Weird. Okay, why is he touring a Honeywell plant in Phoenix? That's funny. Well, why don't you get dressed, James? You have to do it anyways, right? I was gonna do something fun with you guys this morning anyways. Is Ethan up? No? Okay. He must be growing. That boy's sleepy. Sleepy, 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 sleepy. Make medical supplies. Hi, Copper. Copper wants to be. Oh, you just drinking water, Copper? You're all wet. Copper's all wet. He's kind of wet. All right, guys, I think I'm going to get out of here for the day. Today is Friday, so have a great weekend. If you guys are scared about holding positions over the weekend, I forget who, I apologize, was discussing gold. Maybe, was it Julius? I don't think it was Julius. Anyway, if you're really scared, I would just go cash. Oh, it was Michaelo. Yeah. I would just do cash if you're actually, scared about going into the weekend with some open positions. Gold is still a position. You can get hurt in it if you're worried about that. And gold's been a little bit unpredictable lately. So, all right, guys, have a good day. I will see you guys on Monday, hopefully. All right, later.